Hi there, and welcome to this video on group work from the Academic Skills Team at UWS. My name is Linda Riches and I'm one of the Academic Skills Advisors at the university. In this short video, I'm going to discuss group work, why it is an important skill to develop, and how to overcome some of the potential issues to ensure that your group work is effective. Before we start, I'll just mention that the slides on the video have subsections at the left-hand side so that you can easily find a particular section if you need to go back and watch it again. Learning how to work in a group is a vital skill for life beyond university, where you may have to work on specific projects or be part of a team. Group work assessments give you the opportunity to see problems from different points of view, as well as learn from other people. It also develops your communication and collaboration skills, and in addition, it gives you a chance to work on time management and organisational abilities. A group project at university gives you the ideal opportunity to practice these skills for success in the workplace. Having said that, some students find working in groups really difficult, or they feel they would prefer to work on their own. However, group work can be fun, and it gives you a chance to learn from each other, and that can be really rewarding. There are many different roles within groups, so it is worth taking a bit of time at the start to establish what roles are needed in order to achieve the task you've been set as a group. So think about the roles that people are best suited to. Is there someone in the group who's good at keeping everyone on track and could sort out any issues? Is there someone who's great at communication and enjoys marketing? So think about how you will work together and be careful of just picking people you're friends with. They might not be the best people to work with, as it might affect your friendship if you have any disagreements. So let's address some of the potential issues that can crop up within groups and think about some possible solutions. So sometimes a group does not appoint a leader. So you might think an absence of leadership doesn't matter. But if you don't agree on someone taking charge, then the group can end up going in different directions and not keeping sight of the overall goal. If more than one person wants to be a group leader, consider whether a couple of people in the group could take charge of different aspects of the project. A common complaint is group members who do not turn up to meetings. So make sure that you keep a written record of all meetings and remember that the rest of the group will still have to complete the required task. Someone not fully participating is no reason for the rest of the group not to complete the project. Other common issues are feelings of unfairness in the way that work is divided up. So either someone is getting too much or too little to do. Having those regular meetings can help ensure everyone's on track and happy with the workload, and it also gives you a chance to sort out any issues really quickly. Finally, personality clashes can be difficult, and any disagreement that becomes personal can really harm the group. So you might not get on brilliantly with someone in your group, but try to stay as objective as possible. Try to keep a mutual respect and keep focused on the goal of the group. So hard though it may seem, the important thing in any group is to try and work together and recognise that we all have different strengths. And instead of focusing on problems, let's think about some tips that will keep your group working well. Firstly, try to get to know members of the group. So identify strengths and preferred ways of working and be aware of any cultural differences within the group. It's a good idea to appoint a group leader. So as I mentioned earlier, that will help the group maintain focus and meet deadlines. Agree on personal conduct ground rules for the group. So make sure everyone gets a chance to speak and that there's a mutual respect for everyone's ideas. Discuss the project and ensure that everyone has a shared understanding of what is expected. And make a plan, including a timeline, because that's going to be vital to keep you on track. Also agree on a means of sharing your information, knowledge and resources. So for example, have a shared online space where everyone uploads information so that there's no duplication of effort and everyone knows what stage the project's at. Break the project down into manageable parts and allocate a part to each member of the team. Your project plan and your timeline should account for this. Ensure there's a clear understanding of responsibilities and deadlines, and remember to speak up if you're feeling overwhelmed or you need some extra support. Hold those regular meetings to review progress, and it means you can also decide on any changes in direction together. And record minutes at the meeting. As I mentioned earlier, this is going to help everyone. So that's just a brief overview of some of the things to think about when working in groups. But remember that there's other sources available to help. So for example, you can book a 30-minute one-to-one appointment with any of the academic skills advisors to discuss group work or anything related to academic skills. We also offer small group appointments where you can meet us as a group and discuss issues together. And you can just email us on skills@uws.ac.uk and an advisor will contact you to book a session. Also, please have a listen to our podcast, A Wee Blether About, where we spend about 20 minutes just talking about different academic skills issues, including group work. And those podcasts are easy for you to listen to, and you can listen to them while you're doing something else and pick up some hints and tips. And finally, don't forget to have a look at our careers and skills pages online, because there's lots of information there that can help. I hope that's been helpful, and thanks for listening.